What is up, everybody? I'm back again with another review, and if you have noticed, yeah, there's a little change in the background because I'm not in my room this time because I'm on break. I'm on a week break, like a mid sem break. So I'm in another place in my house. So yeah, change of background this time, but welcome back. So Immortal Man is the newest Peaky Blinders movie following up the series set years after the finale of the show. In World War II, Tommy Shelby emerges from a rural solitude when his son Duke, who is now leading his famous Birmingham gang, strikes a deal with a Nazi agent trading war supplies and counterfeit currency that threatens to destabilize Britain's wartime economy. So I literally watched this last week. Like I know I'm super late to the party, but yeah, I watched this last week, like literally like 6 days ago or something, and I just haven't been able to make a review until now because now is the only time. It's like the only day I've had time to make a review, or at least had the energy to make a review. So yeah, it's been sitting in my old mind for like a week, and yeah, I know I'm super late to the party. Like I'm pretty sure this is released in in Netflix like March 21, I think, something like that. I'm super late to the party, but yeah. Here we go. When it comes to the Peaky Blinders show, I like it. I think it's a great show, but I have friends who love it. Like they're literally the reason why I watch the show because they absolutely love Peaky Blinders. Like I think you've met them on this channel, Lance and Kyle. Lance, my co-host on this channel, but you just haven't seen him in a long time. I wonder why. But yeah, Lance and Kyle, they fucking love this show. Like they watch this show religiously, and they convinced me to watch the show like last year ish, like 1.5 years ago. Yeah, last year, something like that. Yeah, and yeah, I watched the show. I thought it was great. I thought it was a really good show. I thought Killian Murphy was amazing as Thomas Shelby. For sure, it's a great show. So when they announced that they were gonna make a movie, I was like, okay, I think there's a chance to wrap up loose ends because if you watch the show and you got to the finale, to the series finale, you may have noticed, yeah, didn't wrap everything up exactly. But I want to preface this by saying I absolutely love the series finale of Peaky Blinders. Like Thomas Shelby just riding off on a white horse while his caravan's just burning down. I love that finale, and all the tired horses is playing in the background. I love that finale. I really do. Even though it was kind of a not really a cliffhanger, but not everything was wrapped up. I still loved it. I still loved that finale. So yeah. So when they announced the movie, I was like, they could wrap up some loose ends. And the more they announced about the movie, the more I got really skeptical because, yeah, rightfully so. Because I'm gonna say this right now, I was not a big fan of this movie. I was not a big fan of the Immortal Man. If you were to ask me, how I would describe this movie in one word, it's simple: cash grab. So like I said, like I thought it was gonna be a chance to wrap things up from the show, but yeah, the more they announced it, when they announced it was gonna be a new villain, some new set of characters, I was like, huh. Very skeptical for you to do this, for you to follow up Peaky Blinders, setting up new shit in one movie. And I was right, because yeah, I was not a big fan. Oh yeah, I just want to preface this review by saying spoilers, because it would be impossible for me to talk about this movie without talking about spoilers. Also, at the same time, I'm super, super, super late to the party. It's been like how many days, how many weeks since it's been out on Netflix. So like, yes, I will talk about spoilers. So if you haven't watched the movie, I feel like you have watched the movie if you're watching this review at this time. So yeah, yeah, spoilers. So let's talk about some things that happened in this movie. Because yeah, I was not a big fan of the fact that you have in one movie they were following up Tommy Shelby's character arc. They were also wrapping it up while also introducing a new set of storylines and a new villain for him to face all in one movie. It felt really rushed. It felt super rushed to just end this character arc like that. Coming from someone who also really loved how his arc and not really arc ended, but how the show ended. I was not a big fan of what they did to Tommy. Like, I'll talk more about that later. But let's talk about some certain things that I was really not a big fan of. Um, Arthur. Now I understand why Arthur wouldn't be in this movie. I absolutely understand because yeah, issues with the actor, and I'm not gonna get too much into that. But yeah, personal issues with the actor. So I get why they wouldn't put him into the movie. But man, at least pay some respect to his character or something like that. Because holy shit, I cannot believe what they did to him, guys. They killed him in this movie. They made Tommy kill Arthur by choking him to death because he was drunk and he was angry. Tommy got drunk and angry and he choked Arthur to death. Does that sound right to you? Does that sound right to you guys? Does that when I was watching this movie with Lance and Kyle with my friends, holy shit, I was in shock. I was in shock. I was genuinely in shock. Like, how could they have done that? How could they have ruined two characters at once? I genuinely couldn't believe it. I was in shock. Like, I was just speechless. Because how the fuck? Genuinely, how the fuck? They could have just, I don't know, written him off. Like, oh, he's just living in the countryside, or he was killed by a rival, or like, fucking he killed himself or something. But to have Tommy, his brother, his closest bond in the show, kill him, to have him be killed by Tommy because he was drunk. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Now let's talk about the new characters. Rebecca Ferguson's character, the Gypsy Witch. Um, she was absolutely useless. She was literally just a plot device. Like, she served no purpose but to just progress the plot. She was useless. Like, I wasn't like at a certain point I was like, what the fuck was the point is the point of her character? I literally we were watching in Discord and I was like, so like what's the point of her character? Like, she's done nothing. She has done nothing. Duke isn't a new character, but he was introduced like really late into the show, like literally latter half of the final season. So, and he's also grown up here, so he's kind of a new character. Yeah. Barry Keegan was great. So was Rebecca Ferguson. Barry Keegan was good, but the character, yeah, just pissed me off. Really, Duke just really pissed me off. I think they were the way they were trying to handle Duke. As I don't know what they were trying to do with him. at, at that point of the movie, I just gave up on it. Really, yeah, his character just really irked me. I get what they were trying to do. Like, oh, he's not this tough man after all. Oh, he's also human and shit like that. But then after Ada's death, he also gets all like, "Oh, I'm a flip a coin and try to play both sides and shit like that." And then oh yeah, also the final scene between him and Tim Roth's villain character, where he's like, "Oh, I flipped a coin and I chose to do the right thing." So stupid, by the way. Like that, the fuck. But yeah, wasted character. There was potential there, and I heard they might make a new show with him. They kind of did a bad job at setting him up. Yeah. So now let's talk about Tim Roth. Tim Roth, great actor, and he's great in this movie, but he was absolutely wasted in a shit character, in a shit villain. I could not get invested at all in his motives, in the whole villain shit. Like, oh, he just wants to fucking inject money. He just wants money, like, and shit like that, to like make Britain lose. It was so shallow. It was so shallow. I could not get invested. I was not engaged at all. I was bored by this movie, by the way. This is a movie that I can confidently say, is more action packed than the show. And I was still bored. You had a lot of explosions in this movie and like shootouts and shit like that. I was bored by this movie because I could not get invested invested at all with the whole story, with the story of Tim Roth's villain and then his motives. But yeah, I was just really, really bored by this movie, and yeah. But I will say this though: the cinematography is great, and the best thing I can say about this movie is the music. Whoever supervises the soundtrack, whoever supervised the soundtrack for this movie, you need a raise. They need a raise because amazing work. I've been listening to a lot of the songs in the movie. Great shit. Elevates a lot of the scenes. Like my favorite scene in the whole movie is Ada's death scene. Like the whole scene where you're following Duke as he's following Ada and shit, and then it's such a great scene, and the music in the background is great. Like there's a shot, there's a tracking shot where we follow Duke into a building and he's going upstairs and he's going to that. I thought that was great. Like yeah, the cinematography and the music's great. Killian Murphy's great. Yeah, it was nice to see Killian Murphy back as Tommy Shelby for sure. But yeah, overall, I just could not be bothered with this movie. I could just not. I could just. I would. I just was. I just couldn't get invested and engaged with it. And the way they killed him off too. By the way, just got shot twice by the villain. Like that was such a stupid. He just got he got shot twice and then he shoots the villain in the head. Holy shit! They wasted Tim Roth in this movie. Imagine you had Tim Roth as the villain. Like we could have had a face off between Killian Murphy and Tim Roth, and we didn't. I'm pretty sure the only scene we had of them together in this movie was their shootout. Holy shit! Such a waste. We could have had such a good scenes with them too. What a waste. Yeah. Yeah. And then he shoots Tim Roth in the head. He got shot twice, and fucking Duke just shoots him, and he dies. This movie was so unnecessary. It really was. It was such a cash grab because it doesn't even follow up, doesn't even wrap up loose ends from the show, and it just introduces a whole new story and a new set of characters while also still wrapping up Tommy's character arc and killing him. It just felt so rushed. Like if you were gonna do all of that, just make like an additional season, but to have it all in one movie, yeah, it just didn't work. It felt super rushed and it felt boring at that. Yeah, not a big fan of this. Kyle hated it. Kyle hated it. Kyle hated it. Lance didn't like it too. But yeah, Kyle hates it even more than me because he religiously watches this show. He loves this show. I don't think I've met anyone else who loves this show more than Kyle, and he fucking hated this movie, man. He really did not like it. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. I still like some things about it for sure, and I think I can definitely see people liking it. You know what I mean? Like I can definitely see people loving this movie, and I sort of get it. Like yeah, it has enough style. It has enough style retained from the show. The music's great. The cinematography's great. Killian Murphy's great. It has a lot of swag. It has a lot of style and swagger for sure. But for me, it just that wasn't enough for me. So yeah, I'm gonna give the Immortal Man a C minus. So yeah, I know I'm super late to the party. I'm probably not even gonna get enough views for this fucking video because I'm that late to the party. It's already April for fuck's sake. But yeah, uh, to the viewers, to my viewers right now, to the people who actually clicked on this video and got to this point, thank you so much for watching this video. Tell me what are your thoughts on the Peaky Blinders movie and what's your favorite show? Yeah, yeah. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.